Baldolino, what's up, man? View today? Like, what are my thoughts today? I'll give you my honest opinion about the market, and it's not good. I haven't taken like a long-term look at the market in a little bit, but I have a couple of monthly levels, and we're below. I have 3 monthly levels, right? Each one of them are different time spans. One's like they're all 3 different time frames, but they're all on the monthly level, and we're below them by a lot. The closest level is 25121, and we're below that by 400 points. The next closest one after that is 25505 or 25500, and we're below that by a lot. So all my long-term levels are we're below them on SPY and on QQQ. So if we don't get a good push up in the next couple of days for SPY and QQQ, it's probably going to be pretty bad. You don't really touch these lines, and I haven't really seen days where we stay below it for like a long time, like 5+ days on end. The indexes are more important, so the SPY and QQQ higher time frame levels that I have are more important, and we broke through them on that huge crash day on the 12th, and we haven't touched them a single time. So if we keep crashing for like, I would say 2 more days, it's gonna be pretty bad. The SPY levels I have are, what is that, 686, 686, 688, and 689. Let me make sure it's right. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. I mean, and you can see from the daily chart, this isn't really what a bullish market looks like. If you've experienced trading all-time highs, you'll notice that a bullish market is a market that will tap all-time highs, and then it'll just keep on going with like no reason why. It's like, okay, we're all-time highs, we have to pull back, right? And it never pulls back. And look at this tap, 1 2 3 4 5 6. We've touched all-time highs many times, but for some reason we just can't break through it. Now I don't know if we're waiting for something, or there's just like no news catalyst that'll shoot us up here. So we're not at a dangerous place yet, but right, compared to this kind of crash here. But I'm sure everyone can see that we're just kind of like stagnating here, not going anywhere. Not extremely bearish, but it's not a good sign. So we're gonna need some rally days. The rally days have been kind of short-lived. Like, they've been getting shorter and shorter, right? You see this one huge dip down here, and look at this rally. This was like almost a month, like 2 or 3 weeks of just rallying. Okay, the dip, and then like a week of rallying, right? Close to all-time highs. Couldn't break through, back down. This is like 2 days, and now we're back down here. So what I don't want to see is today or the next couple days we just break down this in this area. Oops. With like a lot of volume. That's what I don't want to see. This would be really bad. You can just feel these pops are just getting weaker. With no catalyst, like maybe, let me see if there's any news that can, like maybe FOMC minutes, but I mean, did Nvidia have earnings yet? There's like nothing. No strong earnings to give us a little rally. There's like nothing here, which is really bad. Like if there's nothing, right, no catalyst, like why would we bother going up? So that's my view on the market right now. Short-term bearish, long-term, we don't know yet. Just stopped out 610. This is the kind of market that, hold on. Right now, this week, and like right now, it feels like you would be a lot happier if you just didn't trade for 1 to 2 weeks just for things to just settle out, like to settle down. So VIX and VVIX are extremely high right now. What does that mean? That means there's days, these days will have huge candles moving up and down. The overnight will have big candles compared to how, you know, usual overnights are. And so during the day, there'll also be really big candles too. Now, just because we're under all my long-term levels doesn't mean I'm going to short right away. Like my first entry would probably be somewhere like here. What is this? 3.8, 3.86, 3.850. But all my funded accounts are done trading today. So now we're back at the overnight open. If we do keep rallying, it's going to take like 1 or 2 days of rallying to get us back up above to where I'm bullish long term. So the previous day high of SPY, there's like a level really close to it. That's a long-term level. Hopefully we break through it today, but we'll see. It's pretty far. 68672. What's your strategy based on? I have a couple of models, but I've been scalping a lot. I've been doing really well on my scalps. If you see me messaging on Discord. And it's literally a new model that I've been working on. Like I've only been working on it for like 2 weeks, 1 week. And it's all an overnight model. So that's why when I come into the New York session, I have like no more accounts to trade. This account has hit take profit. This account I can take a payout today. And all my other funded accounts are up. So there's really no reason for me to trade. And I'll tell you, I think, did I send that scalp out last night? Oh, I think I did. Now, my strategies is in the overnight. It's a bit hard to explain, but not a bit hard to explain, but like we'll likely never have the same entry because it's all discretionary trading. My scalps are based off of a feel of the shorter term market, so it goes day by day, right? So I'll tell you exactly what I was thinking for this trade. So for this trade in the overnight, can I block? Like, let's say I cut off the screen right here, right? Before I entered here, let's say I cut off right here. And you only see these candles. Right? What trend are we? Is this an uptrend or downtrend? Right? If I cover everything from here to the right, I mean, you'll notice that we're on an uptrend, right? Okay, so we're on an uptrend. So when I see an uptrend, I just follow the trend. I buy the dip, and I take the scalp, and then I get in, I get out. There was 2 scalp opportunities on this first dip here, and then the second dip. I can't remember if I got on the second dip, but when I'm holding for about how many points is this? Like 25, 27, 25 points. It's not very difficult to hold for that many points. And usually the trend, just the noise of the trend will get you your 20 points. You can see here, here, and then when there's a huge crash out where there's nothing you can do, right? And hopefully you're already done by this day here. But that's still where I'm working on. Like, what's my stop loss at? And I think if we crash out and make a new low of day, which was right here, that's when you have to get out, because then it's no longer an uptrend. Right here, 7:30ish, or maybe like 10 or 15 points below that. So I've seen days where in the overnight session it'll test the opening or the low, and then it'll bounce. But I would say like maybe 10-20 points below here is when you should stop out. That's roughly what my strategy is for my scalps. I also have some other strategies where I basically play the day's range. I take the opening and then I take an X amount of points above and below the opening. I take 4 years of NQ data and I analyze data to see what are the percentages of days that go up this amount or go down this amount, right? So that's why if you ever hear me say, oh, this is an X% day, it's because in the past 4 years, only X% has either rallied or dropped by this amount. So those are my two main strategies. If I do trade, it'll probably be on this account. This account only has 3K of buffer. So even if I get a like it ready for a payout, I'll probably never take the payout, because then I only have 1500 left. So let me look for a trade on this account right here. I don't really want to enter anywhere. The previous day's low of SPY is interesting to me. 6805-ish. 6805, 6800. That'll be my first entry right here. Ooh, we're pretty close to the previous day's low on NQ. Might try a small long here. On the next red candle. If I don't get it, then I don't get it. $603-ish. Let's say 600-ish to 580-ish. That might be my first entry. Where are we at? 630. I want closer to down here, which I might not get. We'll see. Like one try down here, 600 to 580-ish. Next try is at, where's SPY at? SPY is pretty far from the previous day low. I like this level that SPY's at. But I wanted to dip a little more before jumping in. And how long do I want to hold for? This is it, 580-ish. Next entry is at 6775. So basically the previous day low of SPY. That means I kind of have to hold on for a little while. So maybe I should have entered in with 2 micros, but that's okay. I'll add 1 or 2 more micros at the previous day low of SPY. And then we'll see. 5 contracts is kind of, I mean, it's not the worst. But in New York, it's pretty bad. And the overnight is not as bad. Except for if you long during this flush. Like, how much do I want to bet on the? I wish I had more account. Well, I guess I do have more accounts to trade. So if I have more accounts to trade, I could even bump this up by like 1 micro. Stop out of this account early so I can jump into my next account at the previous day low of SPY. If we break previous day low of SPY, then there's really nowhere else I want to long from. Except 450-ish. Which is like a 100-point drop from here. But like, do I really want to long from there? With the VIX so high? Like the way that VIX is just getting higher and higher. Like this could be a day that just crashes. So the previous day high, or if the previous day low of SPY doesn't hold, it's gonna be really, really bad. And that's where I'll probably be adding into. We're like right there. 68, what is that? 6808, 6805. Oh yeah, wherever I put this thing. Six, 8, 11. Should I do 1 here and then 1, 6, 8, 0, 5? Here's a tap of the previous day low. Two, 5, 5, or 2, 4, 500, 6, 8, 0, 5. I mean, if we lose 6, 8, 0, 0 by 10 points, 6, 7, 90. Oh, but then we're so close to 24446. It's like, where do I cut this? All right, let's see if it'll hold the previous day low. This is like where we need it to bounce. If we lose this, it's going to be really, really bad. And with VIX this high, it's not a good sign. High VIX, high VVIX, sell off like this. Like, this could honestly be a sell off that continues for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more. That's how bad it could be. And this is why before the market, I said with the VIX this high, expect big candles. And these are the candles. What is this? A 5-minute candle that's what, 100 plus point? Like, let's go down to the 1 minute. What is it, like 60 points? 78. Oh, a 100 point candle right here. And each of these are what, like 40? Like 30 to 40 point 1 minute candles. Cost average is pretty horrible here. 561. I really should exit here and wait for 446, 426, 400. This is what kind of sucks when you have a lot of support, but they're all like 10, 20 points away. Like, am I supposed to hold through all of them? All right, 6,800 here. Four, 462. 462 is when I'll enter on another account. What account though? It's an account that has to be able to hold for about like 100 points. Or no, wait, not 462. Yeah, 462. No, not 462, 446. I was like 462, we already hit that. 100 points. So 100 points. I want to keep this lucid payout day. So 100 points on one micro. 80, 160, 200. I can do that. I can do that. 446 lucid, one micro. Let's see which one of these accounts. This one. 446, 426, 5 micros, 5 micros, 100. That's 1,000. Okay, I can risk 1,000 on this account. What else? Which other one? This one. 406, 400-ish. I can risk 1,000 on this account too. Right now, it's not that crazy of a day. Roughly about 15%. It's almost a 15% day. A day that happens 15% of the time. Almost. Not yet, though. If we do keep dipping, I'm going to be finding accounts just because this is my range model. I'll be layering in accounts 450-ish to 350-ish, cutting out everything around 250-ish. Now, the odds of us falling all the way down to 24246 is 24246. I think. Okay. Is about 25%. About roughly 25% from a day like this to fall down to 24246. And as long as it doesn't fall down in a straight line, I'll have bracket orders to take like 40 to 60 point. You can call them scalps because that's literally what they are right now. They're scalps, right? Usually overnight scalps are like what, 10 to 20 points, but right now a scalp is like 60 points. Now I could have added at 6,800, but I was honestly expecting more of a crash. And with VIX being so high, I didn't expect it to stop exactly at 6,800. Right? It could have overshot by 5 to 8 points, and I would still consider 6,800 holding. Just because the VIX is extremely high right now, so it's really volatile. Or volatile. I like how SPY broke above the previous day high, or previous day low. And now it's NQ's turn, so hopefully he gets the same amount of love. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see SPY get rejected from the previous day low with volume. That would be horrible. So let's see NQ break above. I want to see a strong break. Yeah, it's having a hard time right now. All right, SPY previously low here. Let's not reject from this. Let's not break below it. That NQ rejection was not a good sign. What's up, Tav? Good morning. Made you 1% today. Just walking away now. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty volatile day. So VIX rising again. That's really not good. I want to see some bigger candles. I don't know if I want to hold this. Like, I might just take this out for, I don't know, 200. If we make a newer low, 4.6, 4.2, 50-ish. wonder if I add on the 6800 tap again. That rejection, the rejection from QQQ previous day low is really bad. I thought maybe SPY would have enough juice to stay above it, but it doesn't. Where are we at? 6.8. Wait, where did it tap? Yeah, tap 6800 again. That was too slow to add, but do I really want to add one more micro? It's not the worst idea. It's just not a good idea. Like VIX just made a new high. That's pretty horrible. VVIX new high too. VIX high, VIX high, new high might be a warning sign. That is gonna keep dropping. Well, my entry's a bit too greedy. I feel like they were. Really high VIX. Should I just wait for a side to play out and then get in on a retracement? I don't know. I don't think it's done selling today. I still want to play the range though, so I still want to get in at 24450-ish on my other accounts if we drop below there. Even this pop is like nothing. I need like a big green candle to break out of the previous day low of NASDAQ. Or I mean of QQQ. I don't like how we're just treading along the previous day low. We're below it by like about 100 points. I mean, with VIX this high, it's not the end of the world to be here. Like, this amount of overshoot is not unexpected. If the previous day low were to hold, it's not unexpected. But it kind of just sucks layering in with one account. A little bit of a drop on VIX there. All right, don't reject from the previous day low a second time. I'm okay if we're still around this area at 1020, the next candle. For the next candle, I want to see a big clean break of the previous day low. I don't know if I want to see it on this candle. Like, this is fine, but I don't really care about this pump. I'd rather see on the next candle big volume continuation above the previous day low. Now, it's a very strong candle for SPY, so I'm hoping that SPY will carry up the entire market with it. Now that we're up here, the question is, where's my profit target? I have no idea. I usually just go about 40 points. I'm already 40 points in profit now. But with VIX so high and VIX just absolutely crashing, you can see some big green candles. What's up, man? Good morning. Good morning, Button. I want to exit here. How's trading so far? It's going okay. I'm all green for the day. I'm just trying to figure out where's my exit for this position. I held it for so long that, like, I like how we're breaking above all the previous day lows, but where do I exit? I don't know. I could just hold it for you guys. Good position to be in. Well, it was pretty bad. It was down by 700 at one point. We're trying to figure out what to get out of positive. Yeah. Like, I like the fact that we broke above the previous day low, but do I like it so much that I'll hold it for the rest of the day? I don't know. What I don't want to see happen is I don't want to see us falling below the previous day low again. I want to see this dip being bought up like right now. What about today? How many percent? I don't know the percent of what I made. I don't track percent. Oh, today's market movement. Um, we were really close to a 15% day. So I would say the drop to 24462, we're really close to 15%. So I would just call it 15%. Like we were 20 points away from a 15% day. I want this candle to be bought up like right now. We're at the previous day low again. I really don't want to go below it. Like so much so that I want to add here. I kind of already missed it. Add at 580. Kind of dumb because I have to hold down to 244.46. Yeah, market's gonna have big candles today. I said it like before the market even started. I just don't know if it's gonna be a excuse me, if it's gonna be a crash out day or not. Like we'll have big red candles, but we'll also have big green candles, and you can see it on the 5-minute chart for both QQQ and SPY. That's why I didn't want to see that movement on the last candle. The last candle used up like all the juice. I wanted to see the last candle hover around 580-ish, 570-ish, and then for this candle to be the next green. These single candles are not it. Even if you see a big strong single candle like that, I kept holding because VIX had a huge drop. I was wondering if that was enough for a little bit more of a move up. Now we're back below QQQ's previous day low. Let me check the Mag 7 to see what's going on. If there's anybody like shitting the bed. I assume everything is. Everything besides Apple. Amazon's flat. VIX another new high of day. That's pretty horrible. Okay, Nvidia news just came out. This can get really ugly. Or maybe that was the cause of this move. I don't know. I think some bank just sold their shares of Nvidia. Right here, SoftBank dissolves share stake in Nvidia. SEC filing. Yeah, especially with that news, this is gonna get really bad. I'm wondering how much of that news is already factored in, but I don't know. All right, kind of have to pull the plug here soon. We'll see how much movement that makes. It's probably like, is it gonna be a lot? Maybe. If we could bounce back from this, even after that news drop, but I don't know. I think I'm still gonna play my limit orders at 446, 426, 400. That's on my other accounts. This is still a tiny pop, doesn't really mean anything. I had a buy order at 446 and it just barely missed me. We hit 449. That kind of sucks. Would have already been out of that position. If it taps me on my other account, I should exit out of this account. And then enter again, like probably 400. Or 346. How much is another 300 bucks from here? 3-4. I like to stay above 2k balance. That was why I said that little pop didn't matter. The little pops like those, you can see how fast it can just turn to a red candle. It needs to be like contained or continuous sustained movement for like 5-10 minutes, 20 minutes. Not 5 minutes, I mean like up to like 15 minutes. Like singular candles don't really do much right now. Could be good for scalping, but not for trying to get this position out of the hole. Video news is not good for sure. Like that's definitely not good. But we haven't been speeding up. we have little tiny pops up. Makes me wonder about holding this. Hmm. The sell-off doesn't, I don't know, it feels weird. The fact that, so we got the Nvidia news. Yes, we did drop 4 huge large candles, but I feel like all the other crash days we experienced were like slipping down really fast. Like the first hour of this market. I don't love this position though, but I was too gun shy to add in one more micro at the bottom there. Just because I already had an account ready to buy at 446. That would have already been 80 points. Now if it falls back down there and it loses 100, that would suck. What if I just, I mean, I've already held it for so long. What if I just hold this forever? Just so I have something to show on stream. But knowing me, I'll probably close out soon. NQ at previous day low. I don't want to see a rejection here. I want to see continuation. The volume has been kind of dying out, which is not good. him to get out here. All that work for what, 20 points? Keep my green streak alive. All that work for like 20 points. Okay, now it wants to go up. Nice. Sick. Oh. Sucks that I missed out on all of this. Maybe I should have held literally 160 points. Of course, when I want to close out right here, all the time, I didn't have any runners available either. I didn't have any other accounts in it. So I'm probably done for today. I'm not really, I don't know. New York is just kind of for me now. So I'm probably gonna call it a day. Done trading, finished 100k challenge, and probably start the new challenge. We'll see. All right, guys. Peace.